Greetings, friends. I am Wraith King, and welcome to the Dark Kingdom. This is a very interesting subject for today, as I have experienced something quite interesting these past few months. As you know, I've taken a long break from YouTube, as I've been doing a lot lately, and the reason I've been doing this is to basically repair the things that COVID has done to my life these past few years. First of all, I have been very just behind with my work as an actor, and I can only really blame myself for that. I hate to blame COVID for everything, although yes, my job was ruined because of it. I should have got back up, and I should have kept my stride, but I seemed to lose it after I lost my job in acting when COVID hit. And yes, it was because of COVID. Like, the whole production just shut down because of COVID, and I ended up losing my job as an actor. And I'm still an actor, I just can't really seem to find much work being a smaller actor. I'm not like one of these bigger names out there. Nowadays, it seems to be either you have the golden trophy or you don't have anything at all. And that seems to be the whole idea of being an actor now, is either you're really famous, you're really popular, and everybody knows about you. And yes, either you have that golden trophy or you don't. It's like you have all those rewards. You have all the stuff behind you already. If you're just starting out, whether you're talented or not, it's really hard right now. But I'm not giving up. No. I did slow down, but I'm gonna get back up. But the reason I made this video is because I've been going through a few changes with myself recently. The biggest thing being who I am and what I'm doing with my life. And probably the biggest problem is I have become a yes man. I've been doing things for basically everybody but myself. And that's not a good thing. I don't think I need to tell you why that's a bad thing, but just to give you a little bit of light on the subject, I'll tell you a little bit about it. You don't really think too much about yourself when you're a yes man or a yes woman. You always do things for everybody else, yet you seem to forget about you. And that's what I did these past few years. After I lost my career in acting, that's kind of what I became. I just didn't know what to do with my life, and I was just basically just looking for other people for things to do. If they said, "Hey, can you do this for me?" I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." "Hey, can you do this? Can you draw this for me? Can you do that for me?" And I did just all of this. No, not just most of it, all of it I've done free. And it's been kind of strange for me because I'm not doing anything for myself. I'm not thinking about what should I do with my life. I'm kind of just being everybody else's nurse in a way. And I can't really do that. I have to think about myself too. And it's not a selfish thing. I hear this a lot. People are afraid of being selfish, including myself. I was raised in a Christian household, and that whole idea of overconfidence and selfishness. But that whole idea of that is not a good thing in Christianity. You're supposed to be selfless, not selfish. And I've been kind of had that fear of doing things for me my whole life. I've always had this idea of, hey, I gotta help people. I gotta help my neighbor. I gotta help my mother. I gotta help my father. I gotta help my brother. I gotta help this guy. I gotta help that girl. I gotta help this person and that person. I've been doing that my whole life. And recently, after I left high school years ago, I started really pursuing my career in acting and art. And that's what I was doing for myself. And I think I told you guys about me visiting the Star Wars meet and greet. I did that. I started doing a lot of things for me because I wanted to be a good example for if I ever had a daughter or a son, a niece and a nephew, which I do have a niece and a nephew now. But I want to be a good example for them. I don't want to just be, just doing things for everybody and not doing anything for me. So I pursued this career in acting, and it worked wonderfully. But after COVID, I was in that production for 8 long years, and when COVID hit, it's just like it shut that whole thing down. I had a good stride going. I was on my way to making things right in my life because I was starting to be noticed in that production. They had me doing everything in there. I played several characters in that production. Yes, of course, they had to hide my face a few times, but I played several characters on my final performance. I played so many characters, and I feel like I was finally starting to be realized for the actor I was. One thing about me is I have to say I love just changing those characters in my mind. I love playing multiple characters. That's the whole idea of what I love to do as an actor. I love playing as so many different characters, and they were starting to realize that about me in the production. So they started having me play as so many different characters, and I loved it. But the year right after that, everything just went straight to the grinder because, well, COVID. And when that happened, I felt like my life really slowed down, and it went back to me just doing things for everybody else because, truth be told, I don't know what else to do besides acting and drawing. Of course I can draw, but it's more of a hobby. I didn't really want to make drawing like this job. Although I do like giving people prints, I do like selling them, but at the same time, I don't want to make this a job to where I'm going to not like it eventually. I'm going to just get up one morning and say, oh, I got to draw this. I got to draw this painting for this guy. I got to do this for this woman across the hallway. And I don't want to do that. I want to get up every morning, get out my pen and paper, and draw because I love to do it, not because I have to do it. And that's something I encourage all of you to do. If you have a hobby, maybe you want to start focusing on some other things aside from just going straight into a job for your hobby. I mean, hey, not everybody suffers from that, but like me, like I can't do something continuously, hence why I stopped playing 7 Nights on the channel, and then eventually I just got bored of it. I used to love 7 Nights, but now every time I pick up the game, I'm like, no, I can't, man. I just can't play this because I played it almost every single day. When I woke up, 7 Nights. When I went to bed, 7 Nights. Sometimes it would be the entire day I would just be spending on that game. And I love 7 Nights, just like I love Destiny and I love Warframe. That's why I talk about those games on this channel every once in a while. But I don't want to make the habit of talking about these things all the time because these things are my hobbies. I don't want to hate them. I want to love them. And I feel like that's one of the big reasons I stopped playing 7 Nights. I know I got off subject here. But yeah, I started focusing more on myself recently. And I stopped doing so many things for everybody. Don't get me wrong, I still want to help people. That's who I am. I'm a Christian guy. That's what I have to do. But I also just want to make sure that I help myself as well, because the Bible does talk about saving yourself. It's important to help others, but you can't forget you. And I realized that by talking with a friend a little while ago, because I was telling him I was just never really helping myself. I was doing things for so many other people, and it just started weighing me down because I feel like I was becoming a machine. I was so used to helping everyone else, and I just forgot that I even existed at one point. And then he basically was just telling me, hey, you can't forget about you. You gotta start doing things for you too. It's good to help other people. It's fine, but at the end of the day, how can you help others if you're not helping yourself? And that's really important. How can I help my friends, my family, the people I know and love, if I'm just a robot? How can I help anybody if I'm not doing anything for myself? If I'm just this mindless robot that runs around helping everyone else, eventually I might just be lost to it. And I don't want that to happen. I want to help people with a smile on my face without feeling so down. And for so long I felt that way these past few years. And it's been a life-changing experience for me. Now recently, some of you may or may not know that I was sick. I didn't think it was COVID at first, but yeah, it was. I was miserable for a couple of weeks, actually. I feel like I couldn't move. It was just horrible. I hated it. But luckily I'm starting to recover. I'm still getting the remnants of it. Every once in a while I do get some headaches. I still do get a lot of sniffles, but luckily that I'm lucky that I survived it the way I did. But getting past that, I'm trying my best to do more things for myself. And I encourage all of you to do the exact same. This is a world that is in a very bad state right now, and I feel like that's a little bit of an understatement, really. It's not in a good position, and I think it's important for, yes, us to help others, but don't forget to help yourself. Because at the end of the day, I know, hey, if you're not a person of faith, bear with me for a moment here, because the Bible, it really does a great job with talking about the things of the current day and the things we go through in our everyday lives. Like I said, the Bible talks about saving yourself. And that doesn't just mean, oh, don't forget to talk about you or you going to heaven. It doesn't just mean that. It also means don't forget to help you, because helping yourself is really important. But if you are a Christian, hey, God's coming back eventually, right? So you gotta get yourself together. You gotta help yourself. You can't forget you. You can help other people, but don't forget to help yourself. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling depressed, how are you gonna save somebody else's soul? And let's say you're not Christian. Let's say you're just a person that doesn't entirely believe or doesn't believe at all. What about you? You can help people all day, but how are you helping yourself? How can you help these people in their everyday lives if you're depressed? How can you help them with a smile on their face? How can you lift them up when you're weak right now? You have to strengthen yourself. You have to remember you. Don't forget you. You're important. Don't forget about the things you should do for yourself. Those hobbies, don't forget about them. Just start doing things for you, whether it be, like me, I used to love collecting a lot of figurines and action figures when I was a kid, and I really loved the Warhammer 40k stuff. I never really got too many of them because they were so expensive, but I love those. I love collecting figurines from video games. I still have the creature from BioShock, I believe it's called, yes, the Big Daddy. I still have that up there. I have so many of the video game action figures. I believe I even still have General Ram in my closet from Gears of War. I love collecting those, and I should go back to doing that. Just don't forget about helping you. Do things that you like, but always start small. Me, what I did is I started just making up my bed every day, thinking more about myself instead of just getting up the next morning, doing this for them, doing this for them, doing this for them, and maybe I might play a game for myself. That was basically my life, and quite frankly, it still is in some way. But that's going to change for me. I'm going to start doing more things for me, and I'm going to start focusing on doing the things that are important to me, like taking care of my health, working out more, because after all this happened, I went back to that stride of just doing things for other people. I forgot about me. I stopped going to the gym too often. I still do it every once in a while, but not as much as I used to. But start small with this. But just don't forget about you. Whether it be simply just drinking water every day, or whether it be eating your favorite food for breakfast every morning. There's actually this app that helps me with that quite a bit. I'll leave a link to it in the description. It helps you with making a routine for yourself every day. But it is very crucial to never forget about you. It's so important. But don't think this is selfishness. No. You're just helping you. And if you can help yourself, you can help so many more people. But that's all the time I have left for this video, my fellow gamers. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe so you too can be a part of the Dark Kingdom. Until next time, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be uploading more in the future. I feel so much better after taking some time to myself and helping me improve my health and all of that. I feel so much better. And you will too. You just have to remember to not forget you. But take it easy for me, alright? And please do have a blessed day. Bye.